So I know the score didn't turn out the way that we all wanted, but we were able to go out and execute a lot of situations that we talked about going into this football game. We were able to get a long field goal, all right? Didn't make it, but we were able to at least put it on tape. We were able to execute in at the end of half, 2-minute situation to get a down clock situation. So that was good. So it was good to see both quarterbacks go out there in 2-minute situations and execute. All right. So that part was good. We got a lot of things we need to clean up. You know, you can't turn the ball over 4 times and expect to win a football game. So, you know, with that said, I'll leave it up for the questions.
Hold on the ball too much.
It's always a combination. You know, usually when you give up sacks, everybody looks at the offensive line, and I'm speaking from a defensive line coach, kind of protecting them. It's not always the offensive line, and it ain't the offensive line coach, right? It's sometimes receivers getting open, it's sometimes tight ends missing a chip block, it's sometimes a back, it's sometimes a quarterback. Like usually when you give up a sack, it's everybody, all right? If the quarterback holds it too long, then it's on the quarterback. If a receiver doesn't get open, then it's on the receiver. But when people look at numbers, they just say, well, it's the offensive line. And trust me, I know from a defensive line standpoint, you look up and without even watching the game, you see 300 yards rushing, you can immediately write down, well, the D-line didn't play well without knowing the whole story. So, you know what? It's just like a football game. It was good and bad. I mean, both of them had opportunities in 2-minute situations, which was great. And the truth is, this is like we're in training camp. I see these preseason games as still a part of training camp. So those guys are in training camp, but the difference is we were able to get some live situations. You know, they were able to see get a chance from a rush standpoint to really feel what it's like without the coaches telling them to stay away from the quarterback. So that's stuff that you can't do in practice. So it was good to get those guys those situations. I think both of them did a good job. Both of them have a lot of things, just like everybody, to clean up. But again, this experience is priceless for those guys. He ran hard. He was physical, and I think bringing up Tajay Spears, he was in there some with that first offensive line. And when we talk about sacks, the good thing is that first offensive line group that went out there, they protected well, we were able to run the ball. That's exciting. And we got some guys that we got to keep working with technique, but I mean, that group of Brewer and Peter and Dillard and that crew, it was exciting to watch those guys go out there and block, all right? And they were able to protect and do those things. So that was exciting. So the 8 sacks, none of them came with that crew